3, 2, 1.
Well, Roseanne, authorities are being extremely tight-lipped with the details surrounding the deaths of these two teenagers. However, we have confirmed with multiple sources that the body found this morning in Islava Creek is the body of LaKendrick Dias, the young man wanted for questioning in the shooting death of 15-year-old Nia Savage. Hey, Pete, well, we know that Officer Jackie Tucker and her partner were responding to a domestic 911 call at the house you see behind me here on Martha Allen Drive when police say the suspect, Blake Richardson, opened fire on Officer Tucker. That's right, Devin. I'm currently in front of the Long Beach Police Department, which is where Cassie Barker and Clark Gladner used to be employed. Now, the mood here is certainly that of shock. The whole community is just stunned that something like this could happen. Roseanne, just to give you an idea of how severe this accident was, right where I'm standing is where the initial contact between the charter bus and the train occurred. And if you look behind me, you can see this downed railroad signal as well as a ton of debris and glass surrounding it. Now, if you remember, an eyewitness did tell us that that train pushed the bus for 2 city blocks before it ever stopped. Well, Peter, there are no totaled vehicles or blue lights out here today, but there is still a ton of debris left over from this accident. Now, I just want to show you. You can see here the pieces of both cars strewn up and down this highway, and that kind of gives you an idea of just how bad this wreck was. At a press conference earlier today, the NTSB said that we can expect more information on this tragic accident in the coming days, possibly even at a press conference tomorrow. For now, reporting in Biloxi, I'm Alison Spann for News 5. All right, so just to give you some perspective, as you can see, this truck is sitting in about 1 foot of water, so fundamentally it's just sitting on top of the mud. However, where we are right here in this boat, it's 11 feet deep. So if the truck had gone over this side of the bayway, we might be looking at a lot different situation. So if you're experiencing traffic delays here, it's probably a result of the construction work happening here at the I-65 overpass in Cottage Hill Road.
We're at the lot located at Joachim and St. Francis Street, and you can see here where they've already covered up the stall numbers on each parking spot so people don't get confused. But here at the lot on Jackson, they haven't done that yet.
Following through with New Year's resolutions can be hard, especially when it comes to exercise. So fitness experts suggest having an accountability partner, someone who will go to the gym with you and take fitness classes with you, a person who will make sure that you stick to your original goals.
Now a story you'll see only on News 5. Reporter Alison Spann continues her interview with CIA Director John Brennan in the third and final part of her series. So far, she's covered the threats we face with ISIS, Russia, China, and North Korea. But tonight's story hones in on the director's greatest fear. Alison joins us now in the studio with more.
Peter, when I sat down with CIA Director John Brennan, we discussed a broad range of topics, but tonight you'll find out what his greatest fear is and the one issue that the United States faces that keeps him up at night. The digital domain is one of CIA Director John Brennan's greatest concerns. But at a time when we face so many dangers, where does the cyber threat stack up? I sat down with Director Brennan at CIA headquarters to find out.
You see and you hear a lot of things that the average American doesn't. What is the one thing that keeps you up most at night?
When I think about the things that worry me, the cyber environment, the digital domain, particularly as we are all now much more interconnected.
Brennan, like many other Americans, has been the victim of a hacker. Just last year, his personal email was hacked. So whether it's terrorists using the web for propaganda and recruitment,
there is a real challenge as far as making sure that we're able to prevent these groups from taking advantage of the openness of our society and on the internet to encourage people to carry out these attacks.
Or securing American infrastructure.
Critical infrastructure in the United States, whether it be transportation or electric grids or other things. And so that infrastructure, the critical infrastructure in the United States, really needs to be as protected as possible.
He believes the digital domain is a vulnerable spot for the United States and one we need to focus more attention towards. In fact, last year, Brennan reorganized his thousands of employees at CIA around the changing cyber world.
We've hardened our borders. We've made sure that people who are coming into the country, whether it be in airports or seaports, are scrutinized. But they can take advantage of this cyber environment and propagate their views as well as encourage and incite individuals to carry out their aims.
In recent months, the U.S. government and the tech industry have been at odds, specifically over the locked cell phone of the San Bernardino terrorist. When the FBI asked Apple to unlock it, they claimed it violated civil liberties. Director Brennan calls for the intelligence and tech communities to form a partnership.
What we want to do is to work with them so that we can help protect the security of this country, so that the terrorist groups and our adversaries are not able to exploit that environment. So what I really would like to do is to make sure there's going to be a dialogue between the government and industry about how we can protect the civil liberties and privacy rights of Americans while at the same time protecting their security, because you need security in order to ensure the prosperity of this country.
Now, that was the third and final part of my series. If you missed any of my interview with CIA Director John Brennan that you would like to see, you can find all 3 parts on WKRG.com or on my Facebook page at WKRG Alison Spann. For now, reporting live in the studio, Alison Spann, News 5. With the vice presidential debate coming up tomorrow night, News 5 decided to head to downtown Mobile to see if people could identify our 2 vice presidential candidates, Tim Kaine and Mike Pence. Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. I was wondering if you would want to take part in a little quiz that News 5 is giving today.
No.
No?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
No? Are you sure? Would you want to participate in a News 5 quiz this afternoon about the vice presidential debates?
What about it?
All right, do you know who this man is?
Yes, Pence.
Yes. Do you know who he is?
Running with Hillary Kaine.
Do you know who this man is?
Yeah, Mark Payne.
Close. This man.
No clue.
Who is this?
Brad Pitt.
This one? This is tough. I don't know if you'll know him.
Oh, I know that guy. Oh, that's me. Looks like I'm looking in the mirror right now. Mike Piff.
Close, but no. This one is running with Hillary. Do you know who this? You know his name? Mm-hmm. Mike Pence.
He's running for vice president.
Mike Pence, Indiana, is the governor right now.
All we want you to do is identify some candidates.
No.
You're correct. He is running with Hillary Clinton.
Okay, what else?
Don't know his name?
I can't think right now.
He is running with Hillary. There's your
We
hint.
were just talking about him the other day. We have no clue. We figured Hillary was still running by herself.
He's running with Donald Trump.
Yes. Know his name? Starts with an M.
Don't film me saying this.
Kaine is right. First name starts with a T.
Mr. Kane.
Who is this man? Do you know who this man is?
Mr. Pence.
Correct. What about this guy? This was a tough one. Congratulations. Have a great run. Know who this is?
Brad Pitt's dad.
I don't think he's hot. I think my husband's much hotter.
Do you think you're going to be watching the debate tonight?
Absolutely.
Now, are you going to be watching the debate tonight?
Yes.
You are? You excited about it?
Yes.
Are you going to be watching the debate tonight?
I will.
Trick question. Debate is tomorrow night, but you're going to be watching?
I will.
Are you going to be watching the debate tonight?
I'm going to try to. I watched the debate last week. Isn't it tomorrow? Okay. That's a trick question.
And now finally, to set the record straight, this is Republican vice presidential nominee Mike Pence running with Donald Trump. And this is the Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Kaine running with Hillary Clinton. And these two will debate tomorrow night on October 4th. For now, reporting to downtown Mobile, I'm Alison Spann with News 5.
The city of Biloxi is a coastal town known for its location on the Mississippi Sound and its collection of beachfront casino resorts. However, right now, the city is being recognized for something else.
You have to think about others before you put out information that spews hate and hatred.
On Friday, the city of Biloxi posted on multiple social media platforms informing citizens they would be closed on Monday in observance of Great Americans Day, not for the federal holiday known as Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The post sparked outrage.
I don't think that's such a great idea to put a signage like that up when for years we've been doing a celebratory coast-wide celebration of the Dr. Martin Luther King holiday.
City officials say the name change goes back to a city ordinance passed in 1985 as a way to combine the birthdays of both Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert E. Lee.
There was no intent here. It was not anything that we changed the name of the holiday this week or this year.
The pushback on social media has been harsh and, according to Creel, is a misrepresentation of the city.
That's what hurts so much. What hurts so much is we have so many things in such a hugely successful MLK month to say that we were racist, it just couldn't be further from the truth.
Monday, there will be a special session of Biloxi City Council in order to formally change the name to reflect the federal holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. In Biloxi, I'm Alison Spann for News 5. When Lauren Carr gave birth to her daughter Collins last year, she wasn't expecting to spend the next 2 months in the NICU at USA Children's and Women's Hospital.
Whether your baby's here for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month, or 1 year, I can imagine anything harder.
But that's where her family landed.
For that 2 months, we lived here with her. She was surrounded by great doctors and nurses, and we were in a private room here, so we moved in and didn't leave.
It's been 6 months since Collins passed away, but Lauren still frequents the NICU, this time as a volunteer.
We just wanted to give back. We joked the entire time that she was here that we were going to make her volunteer here her whole life because everybody was doing so many wonderful things for her here. And since she doesn't get a chance to do that, I do.
Volunteers at the NICU are vital to its operation.
They come and rock babies and hold babies and feed babies for us, and so it's wonderful. Babies get held more, and we have some help.
Holding a baby may seem like a simple gesture, but for families who can't be at the hospital 24 hours a day, it means the world.
I think that they feel better that somebody just comes and sits there and holds their baby and loves on their baby a little bit while they're gone.
And for a baby who's born addicted, being held can be life-changing.
They need to be held a lot, and so we have a special team that come and really rock those babies specifically because it helps them with their withdrawal symptoms.
Becoming a volunteer isn't an easy process, but for people like Lauren, it's worth it.
Feeling like I'm actually helping someone else go through what we went through, it's really great.
For more information on becoming a volunteer, check out WKRG.com, where we will post all of the details. In Mobile, Alison Spann, News 5.